shit, bro. Ooh, baby, I like it, bro. Yeah, baby, I like it, bro. Ooh, baby, I like it, bro. Yeah, baby, I like it, bro.
Yeah. Ooh. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, whenever you're watching this live. It is I Like It Raw, your WWE Monday Night Raw review show live here exclusively on YouTube, exclusively on Hamin Media Group here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am the reporter of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here today to talk some lucha libre, which is your Spanish lesson for wrestling today. And I am not alone, ladies and gentlemen. I am here with my brother from down under, DJ Mass Effects, the man, the myth, the legend, the man who continues to always sift through the wreckage with our friend, the vet. It is Jimmy T. What's going on, Pops? Oh, wait, are you muted? Yes, you are. My bad. Let me unmute you. There you go.
There I am. What's going on, Ray? Thank you for having me back, even though it's our show. But, I'm just glad to be back, dude. And what a week and what a night of Raw, actually, Ray. I was actually quite amused.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Jimmy's coming along. He's starting to realize. He's starting to realize the slow play, the long storytelling, the big monster, the big meaty monster mash fight that we saw later. And I mean, so much. Jimmy, really quickly, you asked me a question off air. You guys know I went to Las Vegas. Holy shit, the absolute worst. Now, I did enjoy myself. Like, I enjoyed the fact that I got to spend, pretty much a week with my wife, right?
Right.
But those who know me know I hate New York City. That was New York City on steroids with everybody drunk. You had the UFC fight, the boxing match with Canelo Alvarez, who was staying in our effing hotel. You had some big Mexican superstar singing gimmick, and then you had something, dude. It was like the world's strongest man. It was just, and everybody was there in our hotel. You couldn't walk, and then everybody's all testosteroned out and fucking angry. And I'm like, oh, gee, I'm too old for this shit, Jimmy.
Did you have those motherfuckers in there, like, topless, like, what, bro?
Yeah, I mean,
looking at, bro.
I didn't hear anybody get into any fights or anything like that, but bro, Jim, it was just too much fucking like walking and people. But with that being said, brother, I enjoyed hanging out with Jen. She's pretty dope. She's pretty dope.
Absolutely, man. And that's all that matters, man. As long as you had fun with your girl, but not exactly having fun, if you know what I mean. It's all good. But I knew you were dreading it already, dude, and you knew you were gonna hate it, and boy, did you hate it. I mean, I've heard some good stories about Vegas, but yeah.
Oh yeah. And we had possibly the worst flight we've ever had. We flew Delta. We don't fly fucking, all due respect to those who fly Spirit. It's not cheap. We flew good. We flew good. But bro, the turbulence.
Oh no, I hate that, bro.
Holy shit, bro. This plane, I had the shakes when I got home. And I'm not scared to fly. Bro, this shit was fucking, and it was dropping, but it was like most of the flight. And then when we landed, we kind of landed sideways a little bit. Like he landed on one wheel and then came down on the other. I was like, oh Jesus. And then
is it the worst flight you've had?
Yeah, and then the fucking the cab home. We came home during rush hour. It took us like almost like fucking an hour and a half to get home. It should have been like 20 minutes.
From JFK?
Yeah, bro. It's
damn, bro.
How was your week, Jimmy? How was your week?
Well, fuck, not as hectic as yours, but I've had an all right week, man. I mean, I don't want to like bring it down, but the only thing I'm concerned about was my dog. You know what I mean? My family is sort of I know it sucks.
What happened to your dog?
Oh no, he's all right, but he's 14 years old. You know what I mean? He's only lost legs basically, and that's the only thing, bro. That's the only thing that's been sort of sad for me this week. But other than that, man, it's been a decent week. But see, I hate saying that. I don't even like bringing that up. Put it that way.
How old is your dog?
14 years old.
Oh wow. What
Yeah.
breed is it? What breed is he?
It's a Jack Russell. Look, he's technically my
Oh yeah.
family's dog, right?
But
So I don't
still, I
see
get
him every day.
doesn't
But the
matter.
thing is, man, yeah, he was energetic just like a few months ago. And now he's not the same, you know what I'm saying? And he could have cancer, but I don't know, man.
14's a good that's a
Basically,
good run though, Jimmy. 14's a
I
good
know. No,
run.
definitely. Yeah, he's had a hell of a run, definitely, man. But it's just still, man, like that dog is a good dog, bro.
Well, I'm one of the speaking of dogs, Jimmy, and listen, man, I've had dogs, many dogs, and that's the reason why I don't get another one. I can't.
Yeah, I know it's
I-
fucked, bro.
We had one for a
It's
short time.
fucked.
I had to give it to my nephew. It's a long story, but I get too attached, and it's like losing a child.
Me too, dude. Straight up.
But
And I'm not seeing it every day. I don't live, with my parents, so I don't see him all. I see him once every 2 weeks, if anything.
doesn't
I'd like
matter.
to see him more, but
It's like having a kid. You share your kid. You see the kid every weekend or whatever. You still love him.
yeah,
or
no,
her.
but he gets upset, dude. It's like I've betrayed him. You know what I mean? So, and that bothers me. But yeah, look, I know that's just life, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But
That's a good run though, bro.
yeah,
14 for
it is a good
Jack
run. No,
Russell.
definitely.
For Jack Russell Terrier, bro. Those
Jack
dogs,
Russell, yeah,
they're short. They're smaller dogs.
yeah. They're not tiny, but they're small. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's a
and they're
solid run.
little fucking. They're crazy, bro. They're little nutcases.
Little assholes. I like them.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
really quickly, man. I just want to acknowledge the people real quick. We got Chris in the house. Frank's Pickleborough ass. Thank you guys for joining us here. Dan Hefferin, Bobo, Lone Wolf is here with us. What's going on, my friend? And Cold Blooded is here with us, and of course, the king of 2K24. We have Aaron Ben Shlomo. I'm sure more are gonna jump in. We've had pretty good numbers on the show here, and thank you guys for tuning in live. I say at the beginning of every show, subscribe. For those who haven't subscribed yet, hit the notification bell. We're going to talk some news, and of course, we're going to break down Monday Night Raw. So, Jimmy, if there's anything else you want to chit chat about real quick, we could just jump into some pro wrestling news. What do you say, brother?
I say we jump into the news, bro. I think we've covered what we've been up to all week. So yeah, let's get into the news, man.
Let's do it, brother. It's time for some pro wrestling news. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pro wrestling news. We're actually going to kick this off not with pro wrestling news, but a little bit of UFC news. Jimmy, you are an MMA fan, correct?
Absolutely.
You are an MMA fan. So the fight I've been waiting for forever has been it's set. We're ready to go. It is Stipe Miocic versus John Jones at UFC 309 here in New York City, where I live in Madison Square Garden. Well, my dad used to, he used to box there in Madison Square Garden. And I'm looking forward to this, brother. This fight was supposed to happen, I think, 2 or 3 different occasions.
Years ago.
Well, I mean, we all know the lineal champion right now is Ngannou. That's the real champion, the real heavyweight champion. What's happened with him, by the way?
I haven't heard nothing about him recently, bro. I was kind of surprised that John Jones is technically the champion. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the way they're promoting him. So, but honestly, dude, I'm not looking forward to this fight, though, man.
Why?
These two are has-beens now, bro. Come on.
You think John Jones is a has-been?
He's done, dude. He's not the same. He's a weird cat these days. I used to love John Jones, bro. Then this guy starts running, away, hitting pregnant women's cars. I know that was a few years ago.
Yeah, but still.
And then he runs off with a Coke stash. Like, what the fuck is he doing, bro?
It's good times, brother. It's Las Vegas.
Yeah, he's just lost the plot a little bit, man. But look, I've always been a John Jones fan. John Bones Jones. Stipe, I can't stand him, bro.
You don't like Stipe Miocic?
I can't stand him, bro. I don't know, dude. I just can't stand him. There's reasons behind it. I probably won't get into that because it's more personal. But I hope John Jones absolutely destroys him, bro. Honestly, I hope he does. But really, these two are just done and dusted, dude.
Gammy Wolfers here. The heavyweight division isn't what it has been in the UFC since Ngannou kind of left and went his way to look for. Listen, this is what I keep trying to explain this to people, man. MMA and boxing are 2 different sports. And
Completely.
you can have tons of power. You can have some boxing ability, but these boxers, these professional fighters, they call it sweet science for a reason. They're elite, world elite strikers. Like, so this is why Ngannou didn't, have a great career. I don't know if he's done.
I
Hey,
think he is done. He
Elizabeth is here.
said he was done. Hey, Liz.
Gam Wolfers jumped in. And
Gam.
listen, man, this is why, if you get into a street fight, even a solid amateur fighter, will win most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But the only thing that concerns me about fights now, and I've been in a lot of scraps in my time, but these days, bro, everyone knows some sort of MMA and they go for the chokes, bro. You can't even, let alone guys with weapons these days, you cannot even have a normal fist fight anymore, dude. You're either going to get choked out. If you don't know any sort of grapple holds, man, you're fucked these days in a street fight. I'm telling you, man.
And that's another thing. Frank's Big Boy Ross says two fixed sports. I don't know that much. Well, MMA, yeah, kind of, but boxing definitely.
Boxing is shady, though. It's pretty shady over the years. Let's be honest. It is.
So bad, brother. So bad. But I'm looking forward to the fight. I don't know if you guys are looking forward to it. This past weekend when I was over in Las Vegas, we had Sugar Shane. What's his name? No, not Sugar Shane Mosley. The fucking the UFC fighter, the champion. Sugar. Damn it, chat.
Wait.
The kid with the rainbow hair. He lost his title.
I can't think right now, dude. For some reason.
Hold on. Sugar Shane MMA. Why am I? No, Sugar Shane. Is it Sugar Shane?
I don't think so. No. Bobo says Shane Helms. It's not Shane Helms.
Oh, Sean O'Malley. I'm sorry. Sugar Sean O'Malley.
Sean O'Malley, right.
O'Malley. Yeah,
his divisions hasn't been getting spoken about that much, though, man, compared to the middleweights and the light heavyweights and heavyweights lately.
The kid had a lot of. Anyway, let's jump into pro wrestling news here. We have Charlotte Flair, who still hasn't. What does this say? Hasn't been medically cleared to return to the ring. Says Fightful Select, due to severity of her injury, WWE officials reportedly believe it will be some time before, Flair is back, and unlikely they'll plan creative until she's cleared. So Charlotte Flair apparently still injured. How old is she now?
She'd be pushing 40, dude. I'm pretty sure she's in her late 30s, at least 37, 38. I'll double confirm that. But yeah, no, she's in her late 30s. And the thing is, Ray, how long has this been since she's been gone?
It feels like it's almost been 2 years now, like about a year and a half. Am I wrong?
No, I think so. I mean, even I was leaning towards 2 years. At this point, I've kind of forgotten about her. No shit. I mean, do they really need her back?
That's the thing. There's so many really good talent in the WWE right now. And Professor jumps in. What's going on to Professor Xavier de la Cruz?
Yeah, what's going on?
38 years old. We have a quick question, serious question from the King of 2K24. He says, serious question. Why people talking with Sean Ross Sapp, who is no better than me? We are both fans who have no idea what happened. I don't know. Maybe they like him.
He's your friend, Ray.
He's not my friend. Just listen, like I always said this over and over again. We're not buddies or anything like that, but there's a respect. Listen, bro, we used to work together on wrestling.com. Never signed the hedge rat. What's going on, brother?
Hey.
But hey, listen, I've never had an issue with Sean Ross Sapp. So if you don't have a fucking issue with me, I don't have an issue with you.
Right, me too, man. I love that.
Go at my boys, then I kind of stay away from that whole shit. I've never had an issue with SRS, but I don't disagree. I mean, a lot of these people that do write for these dirt sheets, listen, some of them do have like I don't want to spend too much time talking about people like him. They do have certain connections in the company, and they do know a lot.
I'm sure, absolutely.
They do know a lot more than some of us may know when it comes to music, or they may get it first or whatever. But like I have tons of fucking people that I speak to that I know things, and certain things I say and certain things I don't say. And this is just me. I think if I got paid to say what I know, maybe I have the same amount of, followers, whatever. But I don't.
So,
This doesn't
what
do
you're
anything.
saying, Ray? Are you withholding information?
Yeah, big time, big time. You have no idea how much
You're a
information.
character.
There it goes, Jimmy with the new roadcaster. All right, Fightful has also has an update on AJ Styles, who they've heard is healthy. And oh wow, that's right. AJ's been off of TV. And just hasn't been used. Look at how much talent they have, the WWE. They point out that Styles wrestled Cody Rhodes in the WWE title match for 5 straight shows during the recent European tour. So that's right. Look at it. AJ Styles, another guy that you forgot about. That's, in my opinion, I think he's the best in the world. He's always been to me. I think AJ Styles is great. What do you think?
Phenomenal, bro. Absolutely phenomenal talent. And I'm not just saying that for the pun. I'm being dead serious. Look, at this point, they just don't know what to do with him. Really, right now, they've just got nothing for him. And he's just chilling in catering, I assume. So hopefully, they find something quick for him because he doesn't deserve to be, on the outskirts of WWE main programming. So we'll see, man. I'm sure he'll be back sooner rather than later.
No doubt. Mike Martin just jumped in. What's going on, my friend? He has an opinion on SRS. You can read it yourself here, ladies and gentlemen. PWI Insider says that Drew McIntyre missing this week's Raw, and we'll discuss Raw very briefly, was a creative decision, which is smart. You bring CM Punk back this week, and then you got Drew McIntyre, and we'll talk about that because I have an idea of why they're doing this. But Drew McIntyre at the top of his game. Tony Khan has not yet had any interest in bringing Matt Riddle back to AEW. So check this out. So over the last couple of days, Matt Riddle has gone on record saying, Jimmy, that he believes that the door is always open in the WWE, and he used CM Punk as an example where CM Punk basically buried the company. He went and he became the #1 guy at the other company and stuff. And I've seen a ton of forgiveness, you know what I'm saying? But with that, he may have to, in my humble opinion, Jimmy, work on some of his own demons. He admitted, here's the thing. He admitted that he's been hard to work with. Sometimes it takes you to fall flat on your face and realize what you had before you can really go to another level. Who knows? Look at Randy Orton. Look at his story. Randy Orton was given everything. He had everything, and basically he almost lost his job. Guys like John Cena, and then they realize, holy shit, you know what I'm saying? I had all this great opportunity. They matured. I think Randy Orton is the best example of the ultimate F up. A guy that ultimately effed up his life. And look at him now. Beautiful kids, beautiful wife, an incredible career, incredibly over. People adore Randy Orton now. What's your thought on the possibility of maybe Matt Riddle coming back to the WWE or maybe going to AEW, which I think is a bad move?
Well, first of all, you know what Riddle is these days?
Yeah.
A dummy. I wanted to get a dummy thing. He's a dummy, bro. The problem is, look, man, I love Riddle. Honestly, I'm a fan of his, always have been, even pre-WWE. Problem with him is, I think he thinks he's Teflon, bro. Like he can't get away with he can get away with everything and anything. This guy pushes the limits every time, no matter what promotion he's in. And sometime, and look, this said it best, he's an asshat. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, how dumb can you be? The guy's nearly 40 years old. Grow up already, man. You know what I mean? Because it's him that's at fault for wasting his own talent, because he is one talented cat. But if he's the one that's absolutely draining it all the way down the drain, dude. So I hope they give him another chance. But if he does deserve another chance, this is his last chance. Otherwise, he'll be absolutely blackballed from the wrestling business, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a thing of deserving anything. We always say here in HMG, it's something that you earn.
You earned it, right? Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have, like, right now, like, listening to him, it sounds like he's understanding that he's been difficult to work with. He's messed up, and he does realize that, hey, maybe he's the one that kind of didn't do things right, and maybe he needs to fix some things up in his life. So let's see, man. Listen, I'm a big redemption story type guy. Like, I love this stuff, and I'm hoping that he does real. I hope he gets a chance. What does it say there?
The original bro loves the original blow. That deserves a star.
Wow, that is
nice one, Colt.
Do you have the no?
I do actually, but
Or is it?
it's not set right now. But I'll do it. There we go. That one's for
There
cold.
you go. And I also have this, Jimmy, just in case. So that's it.
I've
That's
got
there on
that
standby.
too.
Anyway, we both have roadcasters now, so it's just
Yeah,
not gonna-
I got jealous. You got me jealous, bro.
Let's continue here. Tony Khan has not yet had any interest. Okay, I already said that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, now it says on it says we have some reports that says NXT likely won't have overrun when it hits the CW on the affiliates and the local. All right, so basically they're talking about. Oh, that's right. So NXT is moving to CW. Is it this week? This week, right?
October, as a matter of fact, and
So
yeah. So not only are they moving, but they also moved venue.
wait, what? Well,
Well, yeah, get this. Well, you know how they're gonna have CM Punk and Randy Orton on the first 2 NXT shows on the CW network, right? You knew that, obviously.
That's tomorrow, right?
No, that's in October.
Isn't CM Punk at NXT tomorrow?
I don't know if he's been announced to be on that show too, but they're going to be doing another one on the CW network on the debut of the CW network.
Okay.
So they're going to have Punk in Chicago at a big arena, and they also booked Orton in St. Louis, where NXT is coming live from, in a big arena. But because tickets weren't selling that great, they've actually moved it to a smaller 3,000 to 4,000 seat arena.
Well, they're not stupid. They're not gonna.
Well, no.
They're not gonna.
At
They're
least
not
they
gonna
can. Right, they can see, they can admit, okay, maybe this is, it's not going to sell. Let's move. Unlike the other company, but it seems like CM Punk is selling tickets clearly.
Interesting. Let's see what else we got here. Let me just refresh this. Is there any news that kind of tickled your fancy over the last couple of days you want to talk about? Because there's really not much here.
No, there's not much, man. But the only thing that I found intriguing, actually, which seems to be getting around, is there's all this rumor talk, and our very own Bin Hamin's also, thinks this. And shout outs to the Ayatollah himself, Bin Hamin, Yalla. But there's all this talk about apparently Triple H, could lose his spot, and TKO want to like fire every remnants left of the McMahon era and whatnot. And this is starting to really build to the point where I don't know if you noticed, Ray, but Bin made this dirt sheet because of what he said on the Friday Locker Room a couple of weeks ago. No shit.
No,
They're all running with it, bro. Yeah.
I've been drunk every single day in Las Vegas. Like literally.
Lucky for us. I mean, I caught it. So yeah.
So what happened?
So basically Bin thinks, Triple H's days are numbered. And now the dirt sheets have also, he's showing up tonight too. Oh, awesome.
I had a feeling, so he's gonna be on NXT tonight. Very cool.
I didn't know that. I didn't realize. But anyway, the dirt sheets ran with it, and Bin seems to think, now I don't know if he's got word or that's just his feeling, but that Triple H's days are numbers. Personally, I love Bin, but I don't see that. You know what I mean? But they're saying they could replace him with Bruce Pritchard. As of today, I read a dirt sheet. I kid you not, bro. Replace him with Bruce Pritchard. I don't buy it.
Oh man, the thing is that I know you don't buy it. I think maybe I'm speaking for you, Jimmy, when I feel that maybe your heart is telling you not to buy it. Because you don't want it.
Maybe.
We both feel in our hearts,
man.
Well, we both feel in our hearts
that
I think we both feel in our hearts that Triple H is good for the wrestling business, and
I think he is. Absolutely.
Bruce Pritchard is just an extension of fucking Vince McMahon.
Of Vince. I love you. I mean, come on,
bro.
Do we really need brother love?
I don't know. Elizabeth jumps in. She says, in almost every professional wrestling company, when there's a merger, the company being merged and loses all their senior staff. Well, this is in most companies. Sonic hates Triple H. He said, I hate Triple H. But he helped make Blade Trinity suck.
He was, man. I mean, that was cool when he was in the movie, bro. Come on.
And Cold-Blooded says, "Get me WWE 2.0, pal."
That's exactly what I thought I was going to say. Same thing. Get me WWE 2.0, damn it.
Well, I hope they change their mind on this. But I think if Ben is reporting this and going on record, he's going to be pretty much. I think he's pretty in touch with what's going on.
Right. That's why I'm saying I don't know if he's got.
See,
anything, yeah, exactly.
What does it say there, Jimmy?
Well, the professor says, why would you boot Triple H to keep Bruce? Right. That doesn't make sense either. And don't get me wrong, Ben did not quote Bruce. Just saying. That's from today. I was reading shit. But both are Vince's regime people to a degree. It would be Rock. I agree.
I agree with that too. That makes the most sense, doesn't it? Because
Absolutely.
because you got The Rock working along with Endeavor, with the UFC, and then that makes the most sense out of anything. Like maybe The Rock.
For sure.
I wouldn't get rid of Triple H, man. But who knows? We don't know. Listen, we don't know exactly what's going on backstage. Maybe Triple H wants out. Who knows?
I doubt it, bro. He seems very
How do you
happy
know?
and absolutely proud as well on top of that. So I may look, maybe you're right. Maybe he does one out and I'm, reading too much into it. Something is brewing. This shit just keeps coming up, but we'll see.
Well, speaking of brewing, we'll close this out with a quick little update. AEW TV deal update. Warner Brothers Discovery annual media rights. This is F4W Online. Several updates are available regarding AEW, blah, blah, blah. All right, it says here, John Orlin of Puck News published a report yesterday stating that the formal announcement of a long-awaited deal could come soon as next week, barring any last-minute changes. Now, let me just read you really quickly, Jimmy. The key figures of the deal according to Orlin's report. And I'm probably saying his name incorrectly. So it says new AEW/WBD media rights agreement will be for 4 years, 3 years guaranteed plus an option. It says here 170 million is in the ballpark of what AEW will receive annually. It says here AEW programming will air on TNT, TBS, and True TV twice a week as part of a WBD strategy. I don't know. WBD strategy to make TBS and True TV more sports oriented. And finally, we have two more. There's no mention of AEW pay-per-views airing on Max in this report, as we had heard previously. And then finally, AEW is also pitching a package to broadcast channels, so probably ABC, CBS, NBC, that type of shit. It says this deal marks a clear success for AEW, which launched 5 years ago. I can't fucking believe that people are throwing money at this company. Why?
This is how I feel. First of all, how many weeks do we want to hear the same shit week in, week out? Next week, next week, next week, next week. That's what we hear. Look, I think they've done a deal. They must have. Otherwise, Tony would be absolutely shitting bricks right now. Something will get announced. If they haven't cut this deal, what's the holdup?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like
that's a great question.
Bobo, I think he's right, by the way, in the chat. He's saying, isn't True TV turning into TBS Sports? I believe it is.
So that's what they're saying. They wanted to have TBS go back to what it used to be back in the day when it was a lot of wrestling. They had Major League Baseball, the playoffs, and all this other stuff. So they're losing. And also, don't forget TNT, Turner Sports, they've lost the NBA. Right? Am I correct? They've lost the NBA.
They have, man. Absolutely have. And it's going to suck for TNT, bro.
So, I don't know, man.
No more inside the NBA is a travesty.
I mean, listen, I wasn't a big fan of that show. I mean, I respect what they did. No, I didn't like it.
Bro.
Because they hated the Knicks. All they do is hate it on the Knicks. Kenny Smith and fucking Charles Barkley and Shaq and fucking Jimmy Jones in the middle. Nah, man. Suck my balls. Suck my balls. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, after we are live here, ladies and gentlemen, head over to the Opinion Havers channel over at Twitch TV. What is it? / the Opinion Haver, whatever it is. Just search Opinion Haver.
Yep.
Yeah, everything Opinion Haver. So you could check out his stream. What is he streaming today? What is he? It was probably a video game. More than likely a video game. What kind of video game? Who knows? Is it $2 Tuesdays? Is it today? Again, I don't know.
Yeah, or is it White House Tuesdays? Same thing.
Nobody knows for sure. Let me see here. It says Alexa Bliss may be returning shortly to join the Wyatt Six.
Why?
I don't know. Who knows, bro? She has a great rack. Oh, hey, this is one quick little thing I saw. Armando Alejandro Estrada has signed a Legends contract with the WWE. He actually jumped on the Twitter and he said, let me share this real quickly. Here you go. He jumped on Twitter and he says, I am happy, to announce that I have signed a 5-year deal, a 5-year Legends nostalgia contract with WWE for special appearances and merchandising, including action figures, video games, and more. Great to be back in the fold with them. So, good for him.
My
Man.
name is Armando Alejandro Estrada. Dude, he was an Arab guy and he killed that part, bro.
Oh yeah,
as a
he was
Cuban.
great. With
Absolutely, man.
My God, great.
Yeah. Oh my God. Was it you and I talking about this a few weeks ago about him possibly coming back and taking over?
Yeah,
I know. I was talking about it with someone.
as the new wise man.
Right. Yeah. We're saying this, and what do you know? I mean, I think this is the beginning of something. I'm telling you, dude. We're gonna see him amongst his bloodline storyline. I'm telling you now, dude. There's no ifs or buts about it.
I remember I was hanging out with him. It was me, Bill Apter. It was Armando Alejandro Estrada. It was in Jersey. It was Carlito. Who else was it?
That's cool.
Who was it? Anyway, I don't know. He was
Chris Masters. It would have been.
No, it was somebody else. I forgot who it was.
Okay.
Very quick-witted guy, very funny guy, very hilarious guy. I think Bill was saying that he goes, so what are you doing, Bill? What were you doing last night? And Bill's like, oh, I was up all night. I had blondes knocking on my door all night, Bill says. And Alejandro and Estrada just jumps back. He's like, yeah, very cool. What was his name? So it was very fun. Anyway, very cool, man. I'm looking forward. Hey, who knows? Maybe they'll have the new wise man. But Jimmy, I don't think there's any more news, brother. Do you have the notes for this epic episode of Monday Night Raw? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's time to review Raw.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Because that's exactly what we're starting off with. We're starting off with CM Punk.
CM Punk. Let me see. Do I have my CM Punk gimmick here? Do I have it? Yep.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
Very cool. All right, Jimmy, it's Monday Night Raw, brother. Take it away.
Yeah, well, we are coming from, where were we actually this week? From Portland, I believe, as a matter of fact, Portland, Oregon. And we see CM Punk turning up. Actually, there was a few cars turning up at first. But most importantly, we see Punk turning up in the SUV. He jumps out, does his long, it felt like forever to walk from the back all the way to the ring. It was pretty obvious we're going to start off with Punk. He comes in, you hear the psh, 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 and out he comes. And look, I'll say what he says. Basically, he gets on the mic and he begins saying he's at this point in his career where sometimes people ask him how many matches he has left in these old bones. He says, depending on how you feel about him, the answer is either widely or disappointing or tremendously exciting, because the answer is way more than you think. He goes on, he continues on saying when he came back to WWE, he said he didn't come here to make friends, and that didn't necessarily mean he came here to make a mortal enemy either, but that's what he's done, so much so that the only way to end this feud with Drew McIntyre is in a cell. He feels naive to think this would be over because he touched 4 turnbuckles in Berlin, and maybe Drew was a little bit naive to think it'd be over because he jumped him in Chicago months ago. Kind of long story short, basically this was I felt like a very rehearsed promo.
Well,
this was the most, dude. This is rehearsed. No. But when I say rehearsed, I'm saying this really felt scripted, like to a T, bro.
That's so crazy. So you and I both have different opinions on what we felt here.
Really?
Real quickly, Scott, I want to give a shout out to Scott Woodford. What's going on? Thank you for joining us. And Kenny P. I haven't heard from you in quite some time. Yeah, brother, Kenny P. Acknowledge me. Very cool. How come you?
Hey, isn't that the Kenny? He called me a koala.
You are a koala. You're a cuddly koala. Listen, Kenny. Where are you on Wednesdays at 11 a.m.? Huh? For the next level.
Well, he doesn't turn up to the next level.
I don't know. But anyway, so I liked it, man. I like this promo because I liked the fact that first and foremost, he was like, somebody's gonna have to die. You're gonna have to fucking kill me, basically. I loved it.
Come on,
bro. I'm serious, and it's okay. Like maybe you didn't like it, but I liked it. Like I love the fact that he's like, listen, you're gonna have to kill me. I'm gonna make you bleed. Like, we haven't heard shit like this. Like, this is a blood feud. They should be talking like this, Jimmy. Why aren't you like it? Why? What happened?
Like I said, it just felt very scripted, Ray. Like extremely, extremely scripted. This is straight from from the back, from Bruce Pritchard or someone. I mean, he even missed the part where instead of hell in a cell, he ends it with "I'll see you in hell."
Mm.
He should have said if Vince was there, he would have been hell in a cell. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. But he didn't say it. He said, "I'll see you in hell." And I just felt like this is one of his worst promos, so far. It's not his fault. I just think this was just him taking it easy because they told him to take it easy.
What's CM Punk's dog's name again? What is his
Larry?
Bro, what if Larry? What if Drew McIntyre kidnaps Larry? Come on.
That's funny. I'll like that, right? But the thing is, I'm going to get vibes from back in the day with Al Snow and Big Boss Man. Remember that?
Oh my God, yes, I do.
Vinny Roo, I'm looking at you.
No, but I'm saying like wouldn't it be funny if like you have vignettes of him with the dog and like Drew McIntyre with Larry in his house? Wouldn't it be funny? And he's like
funny.
He takes a piece of chocolate because chocolate is really bad for dogs. And he's trying to feed it to the dog. Oh,
and ice cream and everything.
Should I give him some chocolate? Yeah, fucking CM Punk's going crazy. That would be great, man. I would love
that. Would be awesome. Problem is, they're not going to think that deep. That's the problem, bro.
Well, they do like Anchorman, where do you remember the movie Anchorman where Jack Black kicks the dog over the bridge? No?
He's like, Larry.
Yes. They kill Larry. He's on the phone. Anyway.
And he's just destroyed. That's the end of Punk. He's done and dusted.
Jesus.
Larry's gone. Oh no, that's pretty sad, bro.
But yeah, man.
It's funny at the same time.
Listen, Jimmy didn't like it. I liked it. Leave your comments below here on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Let us know. But did you guys like the promo that CM Punk cut? I thought it was cool. Jimmy thought it was too scripted. And opinion haver, aka the vet, asked, "What is this, AEW?"
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean,
a lot of blood. Anyway, what else we got, buddy?
Well, what else we got? So yeah, please, especially in the chat, give us your thoughts because I want to know. Because some people liked it, some people didn't, but we'll see. Next, we see Sheamus. He's interviewed backstage. He says he taught Pete Dunne too well, and he really hit him where it hurts, but not his hand or his back, but when he took the dream of the Intercontinental Championship from him. And now it's time to inflict pain on his protege. He begs the crowd not to call him Butch because he hates it. And if you said Butch over and over again, well, tonight, Dunne becomes his Butch. Yeah. And he asked Portland if they're ready for a banger after a banger. And then that leads us to the first match of the evening between Pete Dunne and Sheamus. And, this was a typical Sheamus match, Ray. But it felt like it went for quite a while, dude. And Sheamus these days, I don't know, bro. He can go, but like...
He was a little gassed.
He was gassed, dude.
Yeah, I hear you.
He was gassed, sweating his ass off. I mean...
So...
He was just happy for it to end, bro. And as it did, because Pete Dunne wins by pinfall via the brogue kick.
So here's the problem. Here's the problem, my friend.
My friend.
Pete Dunne. Again, this is a situation where they gave Pete Dunne way too much in this match. Oof. Pete Dunne picked up Sheamus, ran across the ring, and powerbombed a 300-pound man. And Sheamus should have beat the shit out of Pete Dunne. Now, Pete Dunne got too much in. Not only did he get too much in, but too many power moves in. Pete Dunne is now a power wrestler.
He's a small dude, bro.
He's a pit bull. God. He's supposed to go after your limbs. He's supposed to crack your fingers. He's supposed to bend your knees back. He's like, I would get that, but even that would be too much. Even if it was 60-40, it was too much in my opinion. Pete Dunne does go over by using, I mean, he cheats. He uses the fucking, is a cricket bat very heavy? Is it much heavier than
look, they're pretty light too in a way, but generally I think they're heavier than baseball bats. But baseball bats are way more like agile to use if you're going to use it in a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But yeah.
But that was the only problem I had with this, man. Like I didn't hate the match, but it just annoys me when you see somebody who's clearly, a lot smaller, less strong, quicker. He's quicker. He should have used his speed. You know,
Right.
maybe drop
Absolutely.
kicks to the knees. I
Yep.
don't know, man. I just
Drop kicks. See, don't
hey,
use common sense, Ray. You're using common sense here, bro. And
it's my
we
guy.
think WWE. Hey, the comment king. What's up, my brother?
Let's go up, Todd.
Thank you once again for reaching out, dude. I appreciate it, by the way.
And thank you for joining us, guys, this early in
Yeah,
the morning. We appreciate you.
absolutely. Absolutely. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and see, you're using common sense here, Ray.
Mhm.
That's the problem. You think these two would understand that. Clearly, they just don't. Like the vet said before, what is this, AEW?
Yeah,
I
I
mean, it
mean,
kind of felt like it.
yeah, I mean, damn it, man. I mean, it's first and foremost, I have to say that Sheamus still gets a pop. You know, people really
Oh,
still
yeah.
love Sheamus, but he's at that level, like the Randy Ortons and stuff. That he's put in his time. People respect him. I mean, he's working so hard to make this kid look
Man.
good, and I think
Yep.
he's trying to give back. But again, maybe I'm not the best person to say this, but I don't
No.
think this is the guy you give back to, Pete Dunne. Even listen, I appreciate what Sheamus is trying to do here, but I really genuinely feel that Pete Dunne just got a little too. Pete Dunne could have still won the match, hitting him with the freaking cricket bat and hitting him with the broad kick, and finishing him off that way. That's cool. But my God, man, Pete Dunne throwing Sheamus around the ring, it doesn't work for me, brother.
No, it doesn't work for me either. So, no, yeah, I didn't like the way the match was set out. It should have been set out like you said. He should have been going for the legs. He's a people, right? Like you said, attack the limbs, attack the hands, the fingers, break the fingers. Work like your size for fuck's sake.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I
Like,
agree.
no, Frank, he's not a sizist. He's being a realist. If you're gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be that size against a bigger dude, come on, be realistic about it, man.
Yeah, man, that's
So I'll
that's
take
just.
my hat off to you, Ray. Absolutely, you're correct.
And listen, I don't hate Pete Dunne. I actually like Pete Dunne.
Me
I
too.
just think there's a certain way, certain psychology should be used in certain matches between these two guys. And
Right. Where was the psychology?
Pete
It
Dunne,
wasn't there, dude.
remember, Pete Dunne's the little brother that's trying to live up to his big
Right.
brother and Sheamus. And Sheamus, say what you want to say, Sheamus has done everything in this business except win the Intercontinental title. But I don't know, man. Anyway, let's go. Let's move in. What else
Yeah,
we got?
that's
You
to
got
Scott
something to say?
Woodford, by the way.
What do you say?
He said, as a short person, I can beat Sheamus.
Yeah, well,
Ooh.
ooh,
I'm gonna
maybe
tell Sheamus that, Scott.
we can make that happen.
We'll make that happen, yeah. Anyway, next we see the Terror Twins are walking backstage when they run into Jay Uso. Uso says he's going to have eyes on Damian Priest's match tonight when Xavier Woods then rolls up. He says he hasn't seen eye to eye with Damian in the past, but they all have an issue with the Judgment Day, and he asked Priest to not get involved in their tag team title match later on tonight. Damian agrees and tells him to whoop ass and take those tag titles. And then we go to the break. What do you think of this little segment? I mean, nothing really to say, I guess. True.
No, we're good.
We're good.
Mhm.
Well, next, speaking of good, and probably not much to say here, but Miz continues to pick at the scab and asks why Braun thinks he can't handle Bronson Reed, giving his history, and Strowman explains that it's just that you need a monster to handle a monster. So he says no disrespect, and I can see where he's coming from. I guess he's right. Anything to say about that? Do you like this little back and forth between the Miz and Strowman?
Yeah, I mean it's fine. I mean it's the listen, the Miz never worked for me as a baby face, and he I mean he's the Big Show. He's the modern day Big Show. Like he's a baby face, he's a heel. He's a baby face, he's a heel. But if you're gonna turn him heel, this makes sense to me. Hear me out. The Miz, his whole character is based on the fact that he is an extremely arrogant person.
Right. He's
Okay?
Johnny Cage from Mortal Kombat, bro. That's what he reminds me of to me.
So with that being said, Jimmy, and I agree with you. With that being said, the Miz, his pride is hurt.
Right.
His pride is hurt. So I can see that eating at him. What am I? I'm not tough enough. I'm not big enough. I'm not strong enough. What are you trying to say? I'm a Grand Slam champion. I headlined WrestleMania with John Cena. I got to say something. I don't know what's happening with Braun Strowman, and we'll talk about this later. But hear me out. The guy's getting really cheered a lot. Like I feel
He's
like
better. I'll give him that.
I don't know what's happening. Something's happening with Braun Strowman, and don't beat me
No.
up.
You're right. I know what you're saying.
Something's happening that people are starting to get. How is it that Braun Strowman is becoming a sympathetic figure at 7 feet tall, 300, almost 400 pounds. But people are starting to fucking like this guy. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you noticed it. I've noticed it. I even said last week, I said, man, that was a pretty good promo he cut last week. And I like this interaction between him and The Miz. Something's happening. I don't know what it is, Jimmy.
You know why, though, dude? And I agree with you. 100% agree with you, because I have noticed it, right? He's a big dummy, bro. He's like big for nothing. And so the people get behind him. You know what I mean? Like
a big, lovable son of a bitch that everybody.
That should be his shirt. Big, lovable son of a bitch. Just plain and simple, because that's what he is. Not the big SOB, but more like big, lovable SOB. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what he is. And he talks, you know, like that kid that's been sort of molested sort of thing.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah. No, but he comes across like he's like he can't look at you in the eyes anymore properly. He's like always looking down, talking. Like, don't hurt me, sir. Like he gives me that feeling.
He's Shrek.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. He's fucking Shrek. That is perfect.
He's Shrek. Scott, we love you, bro. Oh man, that's a great analogy, man. That deserves a star right there. He's right. That's perfect.
I'm gonna pre-warn you right now before we get into this Natalya Zoe Stark match. I did not give two shits about this match. All due respect, I have respect for Natalya. You're a legend. I could not care less about this match. I was watching it and not watching. I was like checking scores on my phone most of this match. So, Jimmy, you can read out what happened. If you have an opinion on this match, I really don't care about this match.
Honestly, dude,
being unprofessional.
Well, look, I'll be honest. I zoned out too in this match. Nothing against Natalya and Zoe Stark, but the second I saw Natalya come out and sort of give me these wannabe Trish Stratus vibes, which was like, ew. You're not. It's just the way she dressed. You know what I mean?
Get the weird cat lady vibes from her, dude.
Yeah, that too. Absolutely. She's definitely a cat lady, bro. But I don't know, man. I just don't feel it with either one of these chicks. Yes, they're great talents. Yes, Natalya, you can, I guess, say out of respect, she's a legend of the women's division, right? I mean,
absolutely.
Am I wrong?
No.
She is, right?
Legend.
She's earned that. Right. But I'm just sick to death of her, man. Like, just call it. I hate to say it, but just call it quits. You're done. You've done everything. You've achieved everything. Pass the baton.
Yeah.
To another upcoming female, man. For
once. You know what's crazy? They have her come out like it's fucking Goldberg. Like, oh shit, it's Natalya. Oh no, not for nothing. It's not because it's a woman's match, because there's a women's match later that takes place that I really liked a lot between. But we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, like they're portraying her like, who's the third person? Oh shit, it's Natalya. Everybody gets scared. Like,
get out of here, man. And what's even worse, and not that Stark is any better, but
she's good.
Natalya wins. She's good. In the ring, she's great, bro. She's
what's crazy? Zoe Stark is fucking like, she's everything you want a women's wrestler to be. If you think about it, she can go, she can sell. It's just there's something that's just
look, bro.
I don't know, man.
She can't connect with the fans either, bro. She just doesn't know how to, man.
It's the connection with the fans. I agree with you. She doesn't have any connection with maybe there are people that like Zoe Stark. I don't get it.
I don't hate her.
No, nobody hates her. She's really fucking good. I just don't know what it is, bro.
She's just mid. She doesn't connect. She doesn't give enough. Like, we don't know nothing about her, really.
No.
You know what I mean? Give us a reason, to follow this girl. Like, just give us something. She ain't giving us anything, and she needs to do more when it comes to that. Yeah. Cold-blooded saying in the chat, they should be scared of her. She has so much plastic on her face, it's like punching a wall. I assume he's talking about Natalya. Jeez, that's not nice. Cold-blooded. That is cold-blooded, though.
She's cold-blooded. All right, what do we got next, Jimmy?
Cold-blooded. Well, next, we see Rhea Ripley is interviewed backstage, but Finn Balor rolls up instead. Also, he says he's been meaning to catch up with her for a while, and he feels like she's just as bad as Damian Priest. She said they were familiar, acted like they cared, but in reality, the only thing she cared about was herself, and he's sick of being blamed for everything that went wrong with Judgment Day. She then unloads on him about how all she tried to do was make opportunities for her family, but if they want her and Damian to be the bad guys, well, see just how bad they can be. Balor then says there's one more thing he wanted to say coming from him, that when Liv Morgan was putting the moves on Dominik Mysterio, he was the devil. Sorry?
No, you have frozen up a
Yeah,
little bit.
anyway, she goes, oh, did I? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we're good. Go ahead, buddy.
He goes on to say that he was the devil on his shoulder telling him to do it, as Jey Uso appears to ask Finn if they have a problem here, and he waves it off as two Freds catching up before telling him to focus on the Intercontinental Championship because he's out of his league with Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells Jey to focus on bringing the title home as we go to another break. Where are we going, Ray, with this Jey Ripley thing, man? I mean, even Rikishi on his own podcast doesn't like it because he doesn't want Jey feeling something weird about Rhea. Like, I don't understand why.
You know what's
he would,
crazy?
but it does happen.
You know what's crazy? What
What's
if
that?
this is just like a really good friendship?
Right.
what
Why
if people-
can't it
what-
be
what if
just that?
You know how many females I know that I really genuinely care about that are good looking
too.
females that they're just my friends.
Absolutely.
Like they're just
Dude, my
friends.
best
Like
friends-
I can't see them as anything else.
Bro, my best friend that I grew up with is one of the hottest chicks you'll ever see. She's
Uh-huh.
married. You know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
why can't,
can-
like, I don't get it either.
I mean, it's possible that you know
Right.
people are reading it. Now, if they go the romance route, I don't know how believable it'll be. But again, remember we have to suspend. What is it? Suspend disbelief? Is that the term? I don't know.
Yes, that's how you say it. That's exactly how you say it.
Just put it aside. This is a movie. This is a TV show. You know, it's possible that Jimmy and Rhea gets married down the line. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Never
I think
never
I think it
possible, but
could
you know.
it could be just a really good platonic. Like I literally have a friend that I grew up with that I love with all my heart, and she's a great friend, and nothing romantic ever happened between us. So I
Right.
don't know.
Hey, I've been accused of shit before in the past though too, even though it hasn't been true. But that tends to happen. I'm sure you have also. But Jay's in the friend zone.
Yeet.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. Are they going to do an angle where, you know, Jay gets feelings? Let's bring on the wife's guy.
What if she gets feelings? And Jay's like, I'm married. Yeet. No. Anyway, what do we got
I'm
next?
married. Yeet. Yeet. Wrestling friends with benefits. I mean, Sonic could be onto something.
Sure. Why not?
I mean, why not?
So
You know, why
this
not
is
go for a dip?
Braun Breaker comes in here, right? Is it we here yet? No,
This is great, dude. Yeah, like you said, main event Jey Uso makes his entrance and gets on the mic. He says he's got his match with Braun Breaker and he's about to get his first singles title, and he's excited about it. He's wanted it since he came to Raw and left the bloodline, and now he doesn't need help and he can be on his own. Enter the dog-faced gremlin himself, if you want to call him that, in Braun Breaker. He says he told Jey Uso to stay away, and yet here he is with his relentless pursuit of the Intercontinental Championship. To prove he doesn't need his family, Braun did his homework and says 14 years in WWE is a long time, and there's no doubt Jay's a big star. Heck, he's a main event star, and the fans love him and love chanting his name, but he's managed to do more as a single star in 6 months than Uso did in his whole career. That was a nice stinger, bro.
Yeah,
I like that. It's true.
I want to go back with Vet says it's funny how people complain about Buddy ruining the Dom stuff. Now this, get the fuck out of here. And I agree.
He's right.
I agree. You have to kind of like just put aside, like, you know, forget about who they're married to in real life and all this shit. This is the show. This is what the show is. We're watching this. We don't really believe that people in their underwear are beating each other up for a fucking belt.
People,
come on, like seriously.
I know it just sounds weird, dude. It's strange.
I
It's
know,
a strange thing, wrestling.
We have to enjoy the theater. This is what this is. This is physical theater, man. We have to enjoy what they're doing here and put aside. Now, again, I'm thinking along the lines of a plot twist. Like we may think that maybe one person is falling in love with another. It could just be a platonic friendship. You know what I'm saying? And no matter what side it's Rhea's fault. I mean, possibly. I mean, it's true. But anyway,
it's always a female's fault, man. Always.
Back to Braun Breaker. I like the promo that he cut. I like the fact that he says,
dude, he destroys Jey Uso with that line, but Jay does come back because after what I just said, he goes on to say, and the kicker is he did it without his father or uncle, and that's what Braun Breaker was saying, or even their name. He did it all by himself because the Intercontinental Championship is his family and what he fights for. Jay says he's been on the roster for 14 years. Yes, winning championships while Braun was still in diapers. Ouch. That was a good one. Even better, though, he goes on to end it by saying, and next week he's going to dog walk his ass.
Yeah, but
I love that line.
like
That was good.
but Braun Break, number one, Jimmy's like, yeah, I was winning titles when you were a baby, but
Right.
Braun Breaker's like, yeah, but in less than like 6 months, I did more in my singles career than you did in
But
your
that's
whole
true.
fucking run as a
That's
singles.
true.
Excuse me, the singles run. And then on top of that, he's like, yo, you used your family. I didn't even take my family's name. I did it all by
I'm sure he would
myself.
love to, though.
Well, I'm saying though, but
No, but it's true.
I get it
Yeah.
now. I get it, and I think Braun Breaker did a really good job at this. I think this was a very well done promo between the two guys.
Absolutely. You know what? Fuck it. People used to say that Breaker was pretty bad on the mic, and sure, at one stage he was, but now I think he's starting to come into his own, and he's starting to feel comfortable being on the mic up against anybody these days. So yeah, and he did sound convincing, like Mike Martin says. Absolutely, he was very convincing. I did like Jay's comeback though; that was good too. They were both good on the mic, actually. Heck, I'll say it. I enjoyed both of them with their stuff. Yeah, but that's true too. Right. What Scotty said is facts. You know
What he
what I
said
mean?
is, did Braun main event wrestler? No.
I'm sure he means WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania. No, he did not.
You know what I
Sorry.
mean? Who's the snooze fest, Liz? Braun or I'm
Who's the
assuming
snooze
Braun
fest?
she's on about.
But I like him.
I think she's always
All right.
hated Braun.
Yeah,
But
well,
thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, by the way.
I think Liz has a crush on Braun. That's what it is.
Oh.
I can see it. He's a good-looking guy, very good shape, well tanned, except for his armpits. Yeah, she thinks Braun. I don't know, Liz. I don't know. She seems like your type of guy, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
That's funny.
What else you got,
Well,
buddy?
anyway, that was good. Anyway, next, a match that I really didn't care for, which usually I should have, but it was the Judgment Day in Finn Balor and JD McDonagh, who are your World Tag Team Champions, and it is for your Tag Team Championships, by the way, versus the New Day in Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Of course, again, predictable. The match didn't go that long because we all knew that Judgment Day was going to win. And they do win via the coup de grace from Finn Balor onto Xavier Woods, retaining the WWE World Tag Team Championships. But there's a lot of shenanigans in the match too, which I felt like it didn't need.
Well,
you know what I mean? And yeah.
Pump your brakes there, my friend. There's a reason for the shenanigans. There's a reason for this. So for those that didn't watch it, what happened was, you had the LWO who came out to help the New Day, and they basically just caused a distraction. Like Xavier Woods had the pin, but the referee and everything that was happening outside the ring, the fighting, we would have had new tag team champions, and that didn't happen. Now, what happened after the match, obviously, now let me get into this if you don't mind, Jimmy. So Woods is absolutely pissed off at Kofi because he's fighting with the LWO backstage, and after the match. But let me just rewind a little bit. After the match, Kofi gets yelled at by Woods. Like they start fighting, and Woods walks off. Kofi follows him to the backstage. Now this is all happening, and I get it. Here's the deal. I get it. All right, as a friend, let's say you're a teammate or whatever, or you're a business partner, and you're doing all of these, you're making all these decisions without including your business partner that you've been working with for 10 years and you've had tons of success with. So I can see both sides of it, where maybe Kofi is becoming a little too comfortable making decisions for the team. You know what I'm saying? Because he feels that maybe he should be trusted. But at the same time, Xavier Woods is really freaking upset because, hey, let me in on this. We don't need anybody. They even brought up the fact that, Big E, they didn't need any help because they had Big E, and Woods is like, whoa, what? I'm not good enough. Like, we're not good enough. We need Big E. We don't need anybody. I'm not good enough. So now he's taking it personal. I can see where they're going with this. I don't know though if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna actually break them up though. I just don't know. What do you think?
Look, first of all, I'm surprised they've gone back on it. They've gone back to that storyline, with what was happening with Odyssey Jones and whatnot. Look, honestly, Ray, I feel like we need to break up the New Day at this point. The only thing I'm worried about, look, they've had a great run, dude. It's been what, over 10 years?
Yeah.
I mean, remember, it felt like yesterday when they first got together, bro. I mean, come on. I think they've had more than enough of a great run. They've been there, done that. They've done everything they can achieve. I'm just worried for Xavier Woods getting lost in the shuffle. And to be fair, Kofi's just going to become nothing more than like an enhanced talent. And when I say enhanced, I'm talking about like an upper mid card enhanced talent. You know what I mean?
I get it.
He's not gonna be doing that much more. And Kofi, at the end of the day, when it comes to his storyline, isn't he supposed to be the seniority of this group in a way?
Yeah.
So I can see
Yes.
why he would go and make his own decisions, and I'm sure he would have told Xavier, right? But I guess it was too little, too late by the time he found out.
Oh my God. You know what they're gonna do, right?
What? What do you think?
I want you guys to remember this. All right. What is this? We're an hour into the show. I want you to remember I said this. They are going to recreate. Hear me out.
Right.
They're going to recreate the barbershop. He's gonna super kick Kofi Kingston through a plate of glass. I'm telling you, remember, I said this here on this show.
If they do
I
that,
like it raw. What's today's date? September 17th, 2024. I like it raw. Remember, I said this. I'll make a little clip out of this and put it on YouTube.
All right.
Remember, I said this. They are going to recreate the barbershop gimmick with Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, and Xavier Woods is gonna kick Kofi Kingston through a plate of glass. Book it. It's gonna happen.
Dude, if that happens, no shit. First of all, man, it will, for the fans like us who remember those days, right? You know, at our age, it's gonna come across as complete Mark Tardish, bro.
But what about
Come
the
on,
new
you know
kids that
this.
have never seen it, man?
Okay, that's cool. But do you think at this point, hey, is that Mr. Whoop Whoop himself, Brandon?
That is Brandon, yes. Whoop whoop.
What's cracking? Whoop whoop.
Okay.
Anyway, and go check out all these watch-alongs too, pretty much nearly every day, right here on Hamin Media Group YouTube.
Tonight, a live NXT watch along with Brandon. Let's go.
Yeah,
Brandon.
absolutely. So thank you to Brandon for doing all those. But yeah.
Oh my God, Zane. Yes.
Oh,
he's gonna
bro, you're right. He's right. He's right.
Episode.
It's the anniversary too.
Yeah.
The anniversary. There it is. Spot on, Zane. Spot on, bro. That's why he is.
Yeah.
And the ruler of the world.
I'll give you a
Yes, boy.
very good. Very cool.
Good on you, Zane. You said it. That's when it's going to happen. Even though most of the world will not be watching it, though. Right. That's the problem.
Yeah, but they'll put it up on Raw the next week and everything.
Yeah,
this is what happened. Oh my God. Anyway, it'll be all over social media. It'll go viral.
Instead of the barbershop window, right, or glass, whatever, it'll be straight out of the fucking the video game up down glass. It'll be the same thing though,
right?
With what you
Why
said.
not? Or he maybe puts it through a TV. I don't know. He kicks him through a TV.
I can see that also. It'll be reminiscent of the barbershop though, definitely. 100%.
Right, what's next?
So,
what's next, my friend?
God damn it. If they do this. But anyway, use it both onto something. Next, we come back from commercial and we see Kofi Kingston refuse to comment backstage about Xavier. We already spoke about that, so there's no point of getting really into it. But next we see big Bronson Reed making his entrance as we go to a break. Braun Strowman then sidestep a charge before the bell, and Reed goes into the turnbuckles and snaps the top turnbuckle clean off. That was brilliant, bro. That part
that was insane.
That was insane. Dude. I know it was gimmicked. I didn't expect it either. I know it was gimmicked and it was meant to happen, but it actually looked like it wasn't meant to happen. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
That's what made it great.
Fun thing.
But what gave it totally away though, right?
What?
And which sort of frustrated me. And even though I liked the spot, but they made it look so fake by doing this, is by tossing a so-called fan.
Come on,
it was crazy onto Strowman. It was great. I loved it, but then you make it look like that was total bullshit by doing.
Dude, he threw a fan at his opponent. Who does that?
Fan.
You know what I would have done? I would have thrown that ring announcer, that kid with the hair.
Oh, you talking about Tugboat's son? Who does the bell?
No.
Oh, you're talking about the Rome, Mike Rome. Mike Rome, yeah.
Mike Rome. Or timekeeper or whatever. Anyway, but yes, he threw a fan. I mean,
it's just that as great as I loved it. Don't get me wrong, it just makes it look bullshit. That's all. It makes it look fake. I know. When
suspend
you do that,
suspend disbelief.
That is hard. That part is hard. I could do it with the rope, but that part. But other than that, listen, no shit. Wade Barrett read my mind. Sorry,
hold on, time out. Go ahead. Wade Barrett read your mind. I won't forget. Go ahead.
That was the best 60 seconds I saw in wrestling in years. Straight up.
they need to bring that fan back next week with a cast or a neck brace. Hear me out. And say that he's got free tickets for life or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And have that guy over the next couple of weeks, hear me out, in the audience continuously get attacked. If you want, I mean, you could do it that way, but I think they should bring the fan back next week with a black eye and maybe a fucking neck brace or something, you know, and that way there's some type of tie-in there, you know what I'm saying? Because it's basically a lawsuit if he takes his fan and throws it.
100% a lawsuit. You know what I mean?
You know,
unless
turn
they
that
do
into,
work that into it, you know.
Turn that kid into a super fan, you know, or whatever it may be. Like Vladimir. I don't know if you know who that is, the super fan. Google it.
Oh, which one? There's a million of them. The original one or
the original guy with the glasses?
Vlad. You talking about Vlad?
Vlad?
Yeah, Vlad was bro. He's the first one and the best one by far, man.
By the way,
he's a legend, bro.
If you ever met him, I'm a New Yorker. I've met him tons.
I've heard stories, right?
Nicest. What a nice freaking, like, just a kind guy.
I can see that, man, in him. But me as a kid, dude, watching most of the shows from the Northeast, particularly because that's where you'd see him, including WCW. He was always there. And even as a kid back in the 80s, watching that shit live, I used to think, who is that dude, man? He's always front row. He's always flexing, or you know what I mean? Yeah. It blows my mind seeing him age now, dude, because I'm not used to seeing that, bro. And that's sad, kind of, but that's life, though. Unfortunately, we all age. But that's cool, man. But this was the best 60 seconds I saw, and it didn't end there either, because we go to the back and it gets even more chaotic.
Yeah, I like this, man. I love this shit.
This made the show. No shit. Like, this was the thing of the show. I am happy for the both of them. They both deserve it earned this spot at this point. And I'm intrigued. I don't mind this going as long as the friggin' CM Punk and Drew McIntyre feud. If they can hold their own on the mic, though, that's the problem.
Bro, it's very hard sometimes to do King Kong versus Godzilla, where they're going through Tokyo and destroying everything. But that's what this was. They're fucking going through walls, shit's falling down on top of them. They're breaking. They're destroying cars.
With the
of course it was.
I wasn't sure about that part because there was a delay to it. That's all.
Who knows? But it happened, and it was cool, and I enjoyed it. And as much as people might want to shit on it, I thought it was fun, and I thought it was cool, man. I liked it, man. I was happy.
You can't shit on it. Like I said, my only gripe was that, when they announced it as bullshit by the fan getting tossed. That's all. Like, that's when you know, okay, this is complete horseshit. But that's only maybe to the fans like us, Not everyone knows the inside outs.
I want to remind everybody, don't forget to tune in tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for Brandon's Watch Along. As we mentioned before, NXT Watch Along. He'll be live. Don't forget Next Level later on Wednesday, tomorrow. And don't forget, after this, head over to the Opinion Havers Twitch stream, where he'll be Twitch streaming some video games. So the Vet, check out the Vet right after this. If you guys are at work and want to keep on listening to your friends talk about cool stuff. Anyway, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. But like I said, I can't praise this segment any more than I've just did. You feel the same way. Best thing of the night, best segment maybe of the year. It should be up there for a Slammy if we get Slammies. It was fun, and I want more of this, man. There's a reason why Vince loved your big meaty motherfuckers.
Yeah, man.
These two don't need to be fucking flip daddies. No. All right. They told the story in this whole segment. Brilliant stuff, and they continue to hit it out the park week in, week out.
Yep.
Literally, and I mean that literally.
I agree.
So so there's that. It's going to be hard to come back from this, though, because as we come back from commercial, we see what's his name, Ludwig Kaiser, go up to Adam Pearce, who's got all this mess to figure out, and basically alludes that Sami Zayn is going to be the next opponent. And as soon as he says that, we hear Zayn's music playing in the background. And he begins to make his entrance. He gets on the mic. He talks about how Bret Hart and that work ethic of being a Canadian champion and needs to be that guy. Gunther says he's not on his level, but he doesn't believe that. And he doesn't think that the Ring General does either. Sami says he's in Gunther's head, and he knows that if they fight again, he will lose again. Enter Ludwig Kaiser. He says Gunther is saving Sami Zayn from the worst moment of his life. And WrestleMania was undoubtedly the greatest night of his career for the first and only time. Kaiser saw Zayn's family looking up to him instead of looking down to him. but miracles never happen twice. So take it and run with it and enjoy it because this is never, ever going to happen again. Sammy decides to pick at Ludwig's alliance with Gunther. And then basically we see Gunther coming out. He says he'll answer Sammy's challenge in a bit, but he turns to Kaiser and asks if there's anything he has to tell him, because if there is, he should do so right now. Ludwig says there's something he's been trying to get off his chest for a very long time, and he turns and drops Zayn with a lariato, as in clothesline. Mountain punches, hammering away, picking him up, square hammer, DDT. Gunther picks Sammy up and then tells him the answer as regards to the challenge. He's still a no, as that Ingadal leaves. And that's that.
Yeah, man. All right. Listen, this is Ludwig Kaiser, Billy Ray Valentine's favorite wrestler of all time right now, apparently.
But why does he have to talk like this?
That's his gimmick. That's the way he talks. But don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, the Wednesday locker room actually is also tonight.
Yeah.
The Wednesday locker room, so much stuff, man, going on. Tune in for the Wednesday locker room with the Andrew Bello, Strangler Steve King, and Billy Ray Valentine. Who knows? Maybe Colin may show up. But anyway, this absolutely.
Yowie wowie.
Hell yeah. So this was another solid segment between the two, and I love the fact that Gunther's like, still no. Fuck off.
As he should.
Next week he should. I think we'll get the yes next week.
But we need something dramatic now. Like, I feel like Sammy needs to kidnap Kaiser, do something, have him like by the head, like he's about to chop his head off or something, and then force him to say, yes, I accept, even though it feels more like a baby face. What did Todd say?
We talking football real quick, but we'll talk about it. But yes, Todd, thank you for joining us, brother. He's got to get back to work. He's got to make that the millions of dollars.
See you, bro.
Thank you.
You got to do to make that moolah.
Appreciate you, Todd. Continue. Watch the replay. Watch the replay when you're done.
Yeah, you better watch the replay, Todd. God damn it.
Watch the replay, damn it. Anyway, I like it. I like Ludwig. I have a feeling that Ludwig will turn probably on Gunther.
Gunther?
Why not, brother? I mean,
now?
Listen, man, the kid's got. Listen, I don't disagree with Billy Ray Valentine. I think that kid is special. He's got something in him.
Yeah, he's got something in him. Definitely special.
I don't know. I
like it a bit far.
What do you guys think in the chat? Do you guys like Ludwig Kaiser? Do you think he can be a big single star eventually down the line?
He's just gotta stop talking like this and stop walking around like a pansy.
Would you send him back to NXT to have a single run? And I love you too, Todd. We love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.
Would you send him back to NXT? Maybe get a run with the NXT title to see how he does down there. I mean, what do you think, Jimmy?
He doesn't need to, but I like that idea though too. Liz with a comment. That's harsh again. Kaiser Braun breaker.
Wow, damn, she really doesn't like.
Oh shit!
That means she really has a crush on Braun. All right, we got about 15 minutes left. Let's run through this real quick.
Yeah, bro. Look, man, it could be a good idea if they have nothing to do with him, and that way it sort of brings his stocks up a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see where they go first before I make that conclusion, because I'm not sure. He just needs to stop walking like a pansy for me. That's all. But
I like him. I like the gimmick. I like the gimmick. Like I said, for me, he reminds me it's kind of a little bit of he reminds me of a young William Regal.
Yeah, I can see that. Definitely, that's a great comparison. Absolutely.
Without the no offense, without the substance abuse issues and all that other stuff. God willing. No, I'm serious. God willing that he stays clean and safe and everything. Because I thought William Regal was fantastic. And he was supposed to be WWE champion when he won King of the Ring.
When he won King of the Ring, right? But he was too much into heroin apparently at the time.
Well, God bless him. He's good. He's okay now. Anyone can change. Anyone can change, Matt Riddle.
But I like what the King of 2K24 in Eden Ben Shlomo says.
What do you say? Put it up there.
Well, he's a European. It's not what he said, but it gives me an idea. He should, if you want to put him over, and I'm talking about Kaiser, make him become the European champion again.
I love the European title.
You know what I mean?
That belt.
I really miss European elegance. Sounds like Triple H and Andrade.
I wouldn't mind it.
Yeah, why not? Anyway, but let's move to the next segment, shall we, Ray? Because we see Damian Priest's interview next. Before he can answer, Liv Morgan rolls up to talk trash on the Terror Twins. I think that name still, the TTs. Priest says he can't believe somebody in the Judgment Day has a set and Liv should protect them because Rhea's going to shove her balls down her throat. is what he's saying.
She likes that.
That was a bit weird, to be honest. But anyway, also kiss Dom goodbye because he's going to end him when they fight. As then we see Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill make their entrance to send us to another break. But Ray, what do you think about the balls in people's throats? Have you done that before?
I'm not
balls
into
in.
I'm not.
You don't teabag anybody.
I was never a teabagger guy. I'm gonna give you some more information than you might need, but my testicles feel a little too sensitive. Not into that stuff. But neither here nor there. Okay, decent segment as we move into what else we got? Oh, so we got the women's match that I actually did like.
Yes, this was brilliant. It is Bianca Belair versus Io Sky with each other's tag team partners in the in the corner of each and every woman. Yeah, look, these two are always going to give you an absolute ripper. We've seen this match, a few times, but they didn't disappoint because, basically in the end, Bianca cuts off the moonsault towards the end, backbreaker, rack, reverse, small package. It's over because we get a roll-up victory for Io Sky, which is great because I didn't expect that.
No. Wasn't it supposed to be another match instead? Wasn't she supposed to face somebody else?
Not that I was aware of, not that I saw. What made you say that?
Wait, who's hurt? Wasn't she supposed to face Asuka instead, or Asuka's hurt or something like that?
No, Asuka's been hurt now for months, bro.
Okay, I felt like
back for months.
Chat. Let me know if this was supposed to be like if there was supposed to be another person Bianca was supposed to fight. But anyway, neither here nor there. Dude, love this match. Kyrie.
Kyrie, it was Kyrie. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Liz.
It's supposed to be Kyrie saying.
I forgot, but she's spot on.
Right, but she's hurt. But so she faced Io Sky, and my God, man, like, dude, these two girls fucking kicked each other's ass. They were stiff. Really solid match between these two girls, man. And you see what I'm saying? Like, you see the difference between this match and the match earlier with Zoe Stark, and who does she face again? Oh, Natalya.
Natalya, yeah.
Like, these two girls, number one, Io Sky or Bianca Belair could be your women's champion, in my humble opinion.
Oh, absolutely. And that's my point about Charlotte earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Does it matter if Charlotte returns or not? At this point, do they need her?
They don't really need
her. They don't really need. They don't even need the man either.
No,
they've got a great women's roster right now, dude.
Very, very and young.
Young, absolutely young.
Now,
spot on, dude.
Now, I want to see. What's her tag team partner's name? Bianca's. What's her name?
Jade Cargill.
I want to see Jade now.
That bitch.
Maybe do a what? Oh yeah, that's what she calls herself. I was like, why would you say that? I want to see her next week in the ring with either Io Sky in a singles match. I want to see this. I know, but she's got to learn, bro. She's been spending time on the road with Bianca. I'm sure she's been training. It's her time to start getting some singles matches under her belt.
Actually, I'm glad you brought her up because did you hear her? We forgot to mention way earlier, and I just want to quickly touch on it about her complaining on a podcast about how grueling the WWE scheduling is. Did you hear her say that? Did you? Yeah, I mean,
wrestling's tough.
Should she have said that though? Should have kept that to herself, in my opinion, dude. That doesn't look good.
I mean, was she was complaining, or she was just mentioning that it was?
I didn't listen to the podcast, so I'm not sure. But the way the dirt sheets are alluding to, she kind of sounded like she was complaining about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Weissong has entered the building.
The gayest of the gays.
Yes, sir. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. He's a good kind of gay, but yeah, man. I mean, I have to listen to the inflection of her voice. I have to hear how she said it. I didn't hear it. I'm hearing what you're telling me. Whether she was complaining or whether she was putting over the fact that this is tough. It's hard. Like for those, like if she's like trying to give like advice to people trying to get into WWE, saying, this ain't easy. This ain't AEW. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, that's what she was saying too. Absolutely. And plus, I'm sure she knew what she was getting herself into when she did sign up with WWE. I mean, come on. But you're right. She needs to start doing it. Right. Well, yeah. I don't know because I never listened to it. I will go back and listen to it though because I'm actually pretty intrigued. But anyway, that leads us to another.
But hold on.
Sort of segment. Yeah.
Io Sky won.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Clean. She won clean. That's a big deal.
Which is surprising. Via small package, via the roll up.
There was no cheating, right? No. Was there? No.
No, not that I saw. No
I like
cheating.
this. I like this.
It was
this. Anyway,
actually,
all right.
and you know
Actually, what?
what? The right girl won because EO's a lot better than, they should give EO a few wins anyway, so it's all good.
It's believable.
But anyway, once again though, because Raw is basically all about Judgment Day, let's be honest. We see Rhea Ripley giving Damian Priest a pep talk backstage to send us to another break. And back for commercial, we do see Ludwig Kaiser cutting a promo on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, talking about how they turn on each other over and over again. And he's going to show the world Zayn is nothing but a sad, bitter man, jealous of his best friend, never a world champion. As we see Ilya Dragunov flagging Jey Uso down to wish him luck against Braun Breaker next week. They yeet and bump fists as Jey moves on. Please give us a yeet, Ray.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yeet.
Yeet. There we go. Then we see Judgment Day rolling up, and Finn Balor says Ilya's out here yeeting with Uso and speaking highly of the Terror Twins, and maybe he needs to think more closely about who he considers as friends. Dragunov then says he respects the three of them, and more than anybody in the Judgment Day currently, Balor holds them back and says, this is a friendly reminder, but next time the message won't be so nice. And then Judgment Day make their entrance. What do you think about all that? Anything to really touch on there, Ray, or do we just move on to the main event?
We're good. We're good.
We're
brother.
good. If you're good, I'm good.
I am interested to see Ilya Dragunov. See, this is what I think. I think that eventually Ilya Dragunov is going to be taking the Ludwig Kaiser position.
Interesting. We'll see. I mean, we've been hearing these rumors for a long time now with Ilya Dragunov.
So this is, I think, the beginning of it. But Ilya Dragunov getting involved with this New Day thing, and I mean the Judgment Day thing, I'm digging it. I like Ilya Dragunov, so we'll see where it goes. We have the main event of the evening, my friend. This is it.
Which it is. It is Damian Priest versus Dirty Dominik Mysterio himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed, dude, because once again we get a whole bunch of fuckery in the match. But that's a Judgment Day match for you, right? But Damian Priest ends up winning by pinfall via the South of Heaven. I didn't like this match as much as I should have, to be honest. And to be fair, Ray, once I saw my meat get meated up,
I know. I hear you,
nothing
brother.
could touch it after that, dude. That should have been the last segment of the night for me.
But I'm gonna say this. Remember that we were discussing the match with Sheamus and Butch over there earlier?
Right.
Do you see the way this match was booked? Damian Priest kicked Dominik Mysterio's ass.
Kicked the shit out of him, bro. Yeah.
The entire
absolutely annihilated him.
match. The entire match, he kicked his ass.
But wouldn't this be better, like as a conclusion, like a final match type of beat him up, absolutely brutalized him? Yeah, I know, but that's it. It's too late now, and it was done on Raw. I just felt like, where are we going now? Still, like we're gonna still keep moving with this.
I feel you, but let me finish my thought. Like with Dominik, the only time he really got offense in is when Damian Priest was distracted. When he took certain opportunities where Damian Priest was distracted, right? And then he would, but Damian Priest had like 80% of this match just literally beat, and he got the fucking pin, which it made sense to me. Now you're asking me, should this have been a blow-off match? Yeah, but now we're too late. Like these guys have touched many times, so you can't do that. I think the big blow-off match is not going to be with Damian Priest. The big blow-off match is obviously they're building towards. Yeah, it's Rhea. That's the big blow-off. That's the
which I'm down, but she needs to beat him like a little bitch. Like I mean, whip him, pull his pants down, and no, not put fingers or hands up there, but just pull his pants down and actually give him a baby spanking. You know what I mean?
I hear you, brother.
Where he's screaming in Spanish, like "Cállate, like calm down," It would be funny. I can just picture it. But if we don't go there, there'll be a miss.
Jimmy, so what did you think of this Raw, brother? I listen. I came off of an airplane, a 3-hour difference. I was jet lagged. I was shaky. I was tired.
And
but yet I stayed awake and I was able to watch the whole thing. I felt entertained.
Damn, dude.
They didn't give us.
I love you for that, man. Because you even joined me right here when you didn't even have to after all that.
That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. And I'll be here tomorrow. So
yeah, I mean, you're a machine, dude.
So, all right, in the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen, everybody listening, don't go anywhere. I want you guys to give your grades. We got the king of 2K24, Aaron Ben Shlomo, giving it an A-. We have a Cold-Blooded giving it a B-. Great show. Keep giving us the. And we'll put. What did you give this? A through F.
I'll give it a B. Actually, I'm with
So
Liz on that.
So
Yeah.
did Liz. Liz gave it a B.
Straight
And
B.
I would also give it a B. I thought it was a very solid match. Colin gives it an F+, which is what he does at the Glory Hole. Good for him. That's what he calls it. Baba with a B. So people seem to think and another B. And this is Gam Wolfers. He gives it a B and a
Yeet.
So yeah, man. People seem to. I was online. I was on social media. People dug this match. Frank's Pickleball Ass gave it a C++. What is it? It says I didn't see Raw. They show. I give it a C++.
It's not software or any sort of computer related stuff, Frank. God damn you.
But I appreciate you guys joining us here. I thought this was again a solid Raw. This isn't the go home show, but this does set up for next week, which is the go home show, right? For Bad Blood, is it?
Yes. No, it is. It is.
It is next week's the go home show for Bad
next
Blood,
week, right? Okay. 100%.
All right, Jimmy. So why don't you put over your social media, brother? And don't forget, before I forget, right after this, head over to Twitch and check out the Opinion Haver. He should be streaming live. Vet, I don't know if you're still here, brother, but let us know what you're going to be playing. What do you got, Jimmy?
Wow, what have I got? Well, if you want to follow me, you can on the X or the Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at DJ Mass Effects or at the PWC Network. Like and subscribe right here at Hamin Media Group's YouTube channel, where this show, I Like It Raw, is exclusively on. And please, like I said, we're very close to that 1,000 mark. So please share, like, and subscribe, because we need that 1,000 subscriber count. And look at me disappear at the right time. Can you hear me?
I can still hear you. It still works.
Good. Well, let's say yeah. So please like and subscribe right here, Hamin Media Group. Also like and subscribe at channelattitude.com, where $5 only do you get the best but the realest talk in all the pro wrestling, and HaminMediaGroup.podbean.com for all our affiliate shows. And you know what shows I'm on at this point. You can catch me next week right here for I Like It Raw. And also me and the vet, we, after the collision, we sift through
wreckage. I like that.
That's the new one for the wreckage. With me and the vet, and of course you and I back you for I Like It Raw, and the Smack Attack with me and John. And that's it from me, right?
Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to follow me on social media, also at Big Ray Hernandez everywhere. And don't forget to tune in next week, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode like Jimmy just said. And don't forget tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, me and the vet, it is the Next Level Wrestling Review. We will see you here next week for another episode of I Like It Raw, your number one place for WWE Raw review. We love you guys. God bless you. We will see you next week. And we'll give you a yeet. And we'll see you next week, guys. God bless. Peace out.
Sayonara.
We're out.
Look at that.